Better data drives better decisions, from improving engagement to increasing your revenue. The Google Play Developer Console and Google Analytics can help you turn your app data into actionable insights. Here are 10 things you should be measuring that will help you build more successful apps and market them better. Where your installs come from. The User Acquisition Performance Report in the Developer Console gives you a snapshot of how many users visit your store listing and install your app. You can also see the sources they come from, whether paid or organic. Which users become buyers? The User Acquisition Performance Report also includes buyer data, so you can see which users are going on to make purchases in your app. You'll see where your most valuable users come from and can determine what affects your installs from each channel, so you can better understand where to focus your efforts. What a paying user is worth. In the Developer Console's financial reports, you can see the average revenue per paying user, ARPPU, and understand how you're generating income. You can experiment with changes to your app and see how they affect this value. You can also review data that helps you understand how users' spending patterns in your app change over time. The metrics we've talked about so far are all available in the Developer Console. By implementing Google Analytics in your app and linking it to the Developer Console, you'll unlock a huge amount of valuable data you can analyze and use to discover useful information, such as how regularly users come back to your app. User retention rates are a great indicator of how well your app will do long-term. Google Analytics Active Users reports show how active users remain in your app, and you can then look more deeply into how you are retaining users with the Cohorts reports. As you identify which users don't come back, you can devise tactics to change that, from app improvements to push notifications to re-engagement ads. How long users stick around in your app. Your user's average session duration will give you an idea of how sticky your app is. Longer session times may indicate users are more engaged with your app and finding more value in spending time in it. You can then compare this data to how often users are returning. You may find they come back frequently, but for short spurts, or they use your app once in a while, but for a long period. You can now experiment and measure how app changes impact on the pattern of users' visits to your app. Which screens are most popular in your app and how users find them. Google Analytics Behavior Flow Report can show you which screens users visit most and how they move from screen to screen within your app. Use this data to improve and optimize the critical paths in your app's user experience. What drives users to convert? Often you'll have specific things you want users to do, from signing up to a service to making an in-app purchase, for example. These are your conversions. Google Analytics lets you define events and the conversions you want to track. By knowing how successful each event is at driving conversions, you can guide users to the popular events. What users' purchasing patterns are in your app. If your app sells physical products or services, Google Analytics can help you understand your sales better. E-commerce reports and enhanced e-commerce help you see which products users buy, the average order size, and how long it takes users to complete purchases. Which marketing channels bring in valuable users? Analytics lets you track the lifetime value of your users' transactions in your app by each marketing acquisition channel. By understanding which channels bring in your most valuable users, you can adjust your marketing spend accordingly. Using the amount that you earn over the lifetime of a user's activity in your app, you can subtract your per-user costs to calculate your return on investment. Which devices your users use. From anonymized aggregate data, understand the different technology dimensions to your users, including what devices they use, what screen sizes are common, and what operating system version they're on. This will help you optimize your app design and test your app against the right device configurations. The Developer Console and Google Analytics deliver you the data and the means to analyze it, so you can gain meaningful comprehension of your business. To build up your knowledge and understand all the fundamentals of Google Analytics, sign up for our self-paced Analytics Academy course on mobile app analytics. If you want more tips on how to improve your app or game's performance and build a better app business, check out the other videos in this series and download the Secrets to App Success on Google Play.